Hey everyone, let's start talking about sets. Sets are just unique element containers. We already saw this briefly, but let's create another one. So let's say set A is equal to curly brackets, and then we'll create a set. Let's say 1, 2, and then 3. We also know that sets are mutable. We can see this by saying set A, and then we can add an element to a set. We'll put in parentheses the string 4 to our set A. We'll drop down and say print set A, and see what the return is to our terminal. Python 3, and then I accidentally typed over a previous script of tuples.py, but we see that a set is an unordered because we have 1, 4, 2, 3 in our return when we put in 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's an unordered. That means we cannot use indexing on a set, and it is mutable as we were able to add a new element to our previous set. If we wanted to add multiple items to our set, we could drop down and say set A and use the function update. Now we'll put parentheses and we'll put in square brackets to create a list of items, and then we'll say 5, 6, and then 7. We'll print set A and execute it through our terminal. And we see that we can add one element using add, and we can add multiple elements using the update function. If we want to get rid of elements from our set, we can use the functions discard and remove. Remove just returns an error if the item is not in the set. Discard will just return none. Both of these are used the same way, so set A, remove, and then we can put in any element that we want. So let's remove the string 6. And now we should no longer have the string 6 in our output, which we do not. Now, if we were to try to remove the same element again, and it's no longer in the set, we'll see the error that would get returned. So set A, remove, and then we'll remove the same element, 6. We'll just try to do this without printing, and then we'll say Python 3 tuples.py. We see that we get the error, key error, 6 on remove 6. If we were to change the second remove function to the discard function, we should no longer get that error. When we execute, we see that it just returns a none, and we no longer get an error. Lastly, we're able to remove an element from a set using the pop function. We'll drop down and say set a.pop. And now this function is kind of dangerous because it's going to remove the last item in the set. However, we know that a set is unordered, so there's no way of knowing which item will be removed using the pop function. And since I'm such a fan of danger, we're just going to do it anyways. So print set A, and we'll see what happens. We'll execute. And from the terminal, we'll see that the string 1 has been removed. Remember that a set only contains unique values, so if we have multiple elements in a set that are the same value, the set will treat it like there's only one element of that value. A frozen set is very similar to a set, and we just use the frozen set parentheses, and then we can pass in set A to it. We'll create a variable, so f set A. And what our frozen set does is changes our set from a mutable to an immutable object. It means that we can no longer do these functions of remove, update, add to our frozen set. So you would use this whenever you wanted a set but didn't want any of the values to change. And that's pretty much it for this one. What we need to remember is that a set contains unique, unordered elements, and a frozen set is the immutable version of a set. I'll see you in the next video.